Welcome back to daycare. So it's Saturday, and that means you get to spend time with this guy and talk about music. Or I'm gonna do musicals today because that's how I read it, and I love musicals. So musical recommendations. I I haven't been to a lot of Broadway's musicals, but I've watched a lot of a lot of musical movies that have also been featured on Broadway. So, and I really love them. So, my first one is Phantom of the Opera. It's very common, but I have a profound love for it because my sophomore year of high school, my high school's marching band actually did Phantom of the Opera for a show, and it was the last year for our band teacher, who was the best in the state. So we played that for our last show ever, for him at least. And there was so much passion, and the music was so beautiful, and the movie is so excellent that I got emotionally involved with it. So it was fantastic, and I love the music in it. Second one I'm choosing is the Seussical. I've my school when I was in high school did a production of the Seussical, and it was fantastic. I loved it, and I love the fact that it's Dr. Seuss mixed in with musicals, and it's a wonderful mashup, and I just loved it, and it was great wonky music, and you typically hear it in a musical, but it was fantastic, and I loved it nonetheless. Third one is Wicked. I actually got to see this one in Broadway in Chicago, and it was wonderful, and I loved it because the actors did a wonderful job, and the music was so great and upbeat and sad, and you put yourself in it because it was because the musical's about a nerdy girl wanting to become popular, but then felt like she got betrayed by her best friend. So it's a touching story, and it's really sad, and I loved it, even though it was sad. Third one, sorry, fourth one. I don't know. I'm thinking is Rent. I mean, hopefully you guys heard of Rent, but the music is fantastic, and I loved it. But the fact that basically the whole musical is just about AIDS, just nothing but AIDS, really, and drugs. Fair to say. I mean, it's not really a whole much to the plot, but the music was great. You got a taste of Spanish pop and rock and wonderfulness and whatnot. Recommend it for sure. And last one, but not least, is Les Miserables. It's so fantastic. I'm so excited for Christmas to come around because Les Miserables. They're doing a remake of it from the '70s to now, and it's fantastic because the music is excellent. It's so emotional. You want to cry every time. I want to cry every time I see the commercial for it on the internet. I mean, for Pete's sake, if it's wanting me to cry over the internet, gah, it. What more can you expect from it? It's gonna be fantastic to rewatch it. My high school played it for my senior year, and it was emotional. I almost cried during the whole show. I mean, that's embarrassing because I'm out on a field marching with a sousaphone around my neck, and you don't want to see a tuba player cry. I mean, that tuba player crying, that's kind of embarrassing. So, and the story of it is just beautiful and dark and wonderful and happy and loving and all that wrapped up in a fantastic musical. So have a good tear around Christmas time when you see that. you know so that's daycare.